my opinion,
That's how she became.
LeBron destroyed the game because animosity left the NBA. And by the way, look how interesting the NBA product is right now. Who the hell is in the finals?
Indiana versus OKC.
Indiana versus OKC. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, there is no main names that we were, the LeBrons or the Giannis's or, all of these guys.
For the short term, it may be problematic because both are in a small market. Even though Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the league MVP and he is special, and their defense like a bunch of piranhas. Who
cares about the champ? But honestly, let me ask you a question.
Indiana's better, but I will tell you, the league for the long term is not upset about this because remember, you're looking for new stars.
For sure.
And the Ant-Man, the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, you're looking at a Tyrese Halliburton. You saw a Brunson. You're seeing some of these other guys on the come up wondering what they're going to bring to the table. You want some of that young blood infused.
You want to tell me what I like about Halliburton? He creates animosity.
Yes.
There's something about him. He's not an exciting player.
We thought Trae Young was going to do more of that, but he hasn't been in a position to do it.
About 70 of his rookies.
Tyrese Halliburton is.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what's going to happen. NBA. Thibodeau got fired today.
Yes, he did.
Brunson's getting interviewed, and he says, so you think your coach is the right coach? Excuse me, what question are you asking? Are you asking if that's our coach? Yes, of course that's our coach. What a dumb, and then walks out, right? Next day, 2 days later, the guy gets fired. Good decision or bad decision by the Knicks?
I don't like the decision. I don't like the decision because I think it has scapegoat written all over it. I've been critical of Tom Thibodeau in the past because I think Kenny Smith, TNT, came up with the line of the playoffs when he said Tom Thibodeau wouldn't want to play 9 dudes on a baseball field. And that was a great line because it's the total truth. But the man has gotten them to the playoffs the last 4 years. They've advanced every single time. They got better than they were the year before. And they were within 2 games of a berth to the NBA Finals. And the reason why they didn't get there is because they just weren't good enough. I know they blew game 1. Which was a devastating loss.
Devastating.
You're up 17 with over 6 minutes left. 14 with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. 9 minutes with just 52 seconds left, and you blew that damn game. That was horrible, no doubt about it. But the Indiana Pacers were a better team. They're better coach. Rick Carlisle's a better coach. He's gone 11 deep throughout the year. He had 11 guys play 15 minutes or more this regular season. Rick Carlisle. 11 guys played 15 minutes or more this season. During the regular season.
How do you even do that?
Because, again, he was building the team for the postseason. And they've been a top 1 or 2 seed in the NBA since January 1st. So even though they had a lower seed, this is not a team that was really a lower seed. And so you look at Indiana and what they bring to the table in terms of their offensive potency and the fact that you've got a playmaker in Halliburton who gets off chirping and antagonizing the opposition and their crowd.
Give me more.
It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. He's got his work cut out for him with OKC, though. I can tell you that. OKC, I haven't seen a defense like this in a long time.
It looks scary.
And there's only 2 players. Everybody talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He was the runner-up for league MVP last year when he got my vote. He got my vote again this year. He won the league MVP. Did you know that his backcourt partner, Jalen Williams, only him and Evan Mobley of the Cleveland Cavaliers are the only 2 players in the entire NBA who was voted on one of the All-NBA teams and one of the All-NBA defensive teams.
Get out of here.
Only those 2
Good
players.
for those guys.
Only those 2 players.
Wow.
Only 2 in the entire league.
Wow.
And that's a sidekick who, by the way, was just in the conference finals against Ant-Man, averaged 22.2 points, shot 49% from the field, shot 46% from three-point range. That's the sidekick. If that brother shows up and plays this way against Indiana,
2 questions.
This ain't gonna be much of a
2
series.
questions for you. 2 questions for you. If Shai Gilgeous-Alexander brings a championship to OKC, which looks like 70% chance it's gonna happen, right?
Yes. It's better than 70%.
I'm with it, but I'm just saying that this is gonna happen, right? How does this hurt the legacy of Harden, Durant, and Westbrook?
It makes Shai Gilgeous-Alexander clearly the greatest player in the history of the franchise.
That's insane to
Clearly
say
the greatest
that.
player in the history of the franchise.
Oh, my
because
God.
Listen, Harden it doesn't affect at all because Harden was a reserve playing behind
Number
Russell
3.
Westbrook.
That's right.
6 man.
It was 15 points a game.
And he was young at the time, and then they moved him to Houston and gave him
And then he crushed it as a scorer.
And then he crushed it as a scorer. Russell Westbrook, I don't want to say it hurts him, but it does because he was a star player, Mr. Triple-Double. 3 years in a row, actually, did his thing, but never delivered the championship. The one it really, really does hurt is KD. Because if KD stays, you likely win a championship. Remember.
4-3.
Remember, they were down 3-1. They were up 3-1. They let Golden State come back. Golden State eclipses them, wins the series 4-3.
Yep.
And then 3 weeks later, he goes and signs with Golden State and won 2 back-to-back championships. He was clearly the best player on the team. He was better than Steph Curry. He was better than Klay Thompson. And he deserves his 2 NBA Finals MVPs, and he deserves his 2 championships. But you left OKC. And so because you left OKC, you didn't deliver the goods for them. You jumped on shit with the Splash Brothers to get your 2 chips. Shai Gilgeous got traded there. They built around him, and he wins a championship. He's clearly the greatest player in the history of the Oklahoma City Thunder franchise.
Follow-up question with you on this. So, profile, when you look at this. KD, when they had the team, mid-20s. Westbrook, mid-20s.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit older, but 25, 26, 27. How old is Shai right now? 24, 25? I don't know.
But 26.
26 years old.
26, 27.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they were the same age while they're handling all this pressure. And the people he took out, it's not like he didn't take out anybody. They took out some teams, is who they took out, Shai. How much of the credit do you give to the fact that he is just cool, temperament, poise? He's being interviewed. They ask him a question. How do you feel about the fact that people call you the free throw merchant? Doesn't bother me. I'm okay with that. Nothing gets to the guy. Do you give that as credit to him where he's got that ice cold in him?
He deserves that credit because his calm demeanor, the cool, his ice demeanor, not fazed by much, that's leadership. Never too high, never too low. You can trust him. You can rely upon him. I got into a debate on First Take today with the great Candace Parker, who won 3 chips in the WNBA, and I was saying that she was like, she loved that even keel attitude. And I said, I understand that, but let's make sure the world knows sometimes elevation is called for. Sometimes moments require you to be a bit more than your normal self. And Shai plays like that, but his temperament, his mindset is not like that. He's always cool, and even when they've had, they've been compromised. I remember when he lost in Denver, and I think it was either game 4 or 6, and he walked off the court laughing because he was looking at the crowd and it was like he was saying, y'all do know y'all got to play us again, right? And then they getting blown out in Minnesota. I had to cover the Western Conference Finals, so I'm there in person, and I'm on courtside a few feet away from them, and they're losing by 43. And he's just sitting there talking to his teammates. Okay, here's what we did wrong. We ain't going to do this again next game. It's going to be all right. Just be cool. And then he comes out there and he drops 40. The very next game, he dropped 40. So 40, 10, and 9 to be exact. So you just look at him and you just say to yourself, the pieces that they have around him, helps. When I know that I'm working with an elite team that can shut you down at any moment, and we go 9, 10, 11 deep, I'm not worried about much. So even though his personality is his personality, it also helps that he can afford to be that way because they're all about stopping you. They want to guard you from the moment they get off the team bus.
I think they're the best team in the league this year. I think they have the highest point differential of all time, literally of all time. But I'll tell you this, 2012 OKC plays 2025 OKC, I'm taking 2012. KD, Russ, Harden, Serge Ibaka, that whole unit, I think they're running laps around this team. And I'll say one more thing.
Okay.
The reason that we're not talking about OKC being one of the greatest teams of all time is they ran into a buzzsaw called the Big Three, the Heatles, in 2012 with LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh, and Shane Battier and company, and Mike Miller and all these guys.
Okay. Well,
who wins that game? 2012 Miami Heat versus Indiana Pacers 2025. That's a 4-0 sweep.
You're probably right, but here's what I would tell you. It's a couple of things to consider. Number one, KD's the difference because he's an offensive machine.
Mm-hmm.
And at 6'11" with a J, a three-point shot, and an ability to put it on the ball, that's unguardable. You understand? So Ant-Man's 6'5", 6'6". You're Lou Dort. You're literally a linebacker playing basketball. You can't move him. He's that strong, and he's physical, right? Well, That's not going to really work against LeBron James.
No.
That's not going to work against KD because he's just too tall. And he can look right over you and he can shoot right over you. So it's problematic. So you might be right. The reason why I say might as opposed to speaking definitively is because as great as Russell Westbrook is or was, he's also mercurial. He can be chaotic. He can turn the ball over, whatever. They live off of it. They're averaging 23 points off turnovers.
This OKC team.
Yes, and it's a 20-point differential from anybody else in the postseason. So what I'm saying to you is if you got a guy that is not protecting the basketball, it can mess you up. How do we know this? Kevin Durant left.
For those of you that believe the future looks bright and you go to the gym and you want to sport the gear and be part of the community that represents Future Looks Bright, here's a new gear that came out, athletic wear of Future Looks Bright, with our models. And guess who's in it? Vinny Rapp going to play the
Steven
clip.
don't give a shit about what I'm doing.
Those
Okay,
are
Vinny.
85-pound dumbbells.
Okay, Nati. A good camera work right
The
there.
second one right there is what your kids should have kept the video.
It's Natalia.
Oh,
Great personality on that girl. There she goes.
well.
Sick. Gangster.
Looks good.
Yeah, we remember her.
Yeah.
We remember her.
All right, go to VTeamers.com.
Nah.
Place the order, first 100.
Brother
You're
could
going
be
to get an I Love
struggling from
VT.
amnesia and remember that. It's just the truth. It's just the truth.
I'm just talking
Again,
the truth.
VTeamers.com.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.